Well, we recognize that climate change is actually the most important global challenge, environmental challenge that we all have to face today, not only for us, but also for our customers. And there are, of course, risks as well as opportunities associated with climate change. And everybody has to actually look at ways to mitigate and adapt to climate change, as we know from the very famous law student who actually, in his latest study, indicate that 2% of the global GPT could actually help to mitigate and help us to adapt to climate change. But if we do nothing, the cost of inactions could be as high as 5 to 20% of the GDP per annum. So we look at different ways to actually support our customers to understand the impact of climate change on their business. And we also look at how they can actually produce their product and service in a more eco-friendly manner. We have actually initiated the green financing to help them to purchase equipment or look at their own operating process to enable them to meet the international standards. In a way, helping them to secure order from their buyers, international buyers also, which are requiring them to operate in a more eco-friendly manner. And we look at ways to actually provide advisory to them, to help them to go through the whole process. At the same time, we help them to finance them through the change. At the same time, we also look at our own employees as our stakeholders. So we engage them and actually educate them to how to actually help the customer through the whole process. And we also look at our influence on the business sector as a whole, and also working closely with governments and also NGOs in different environmental programs to engage the public in the greener lifestyles. Certainly, there are people who actually see using green as more like a purely on the sort of advertising or brand building. But for HSBC, we actually like to integrate all this into our business process, our decisions, and in our service with our customers, which in a certain way, through the use of our service, we hope to encourage our customers to go green together and also contribute to the sustainability of the environment and the community altogether. So it's not actually advertising the sort of green, going green, but actually helping them to become more green, and in the same way, helping them to grow a sustainable business. So I don't think we are greenwashing at all. Looking at how we can actually use our financial service to be more inclusive in the way to help people to address poverty. So in areas where we can see that there are more issues of poverty, then we actually work with microfinance institutions to try to look at different ways to help the small business and individuals to become more economic independent. And in China, we actually roll out the rural bankings to help small enterprise and farmers to actually develop more sustainable economic development also. Our commitment to sustainability is really long-term and really from the top. Despite this economic downturn, we remain fully committed to corporate sustainability, and this is an integral part of our overall business strategies. So our overall commitments remain unchanged, and we will look at specific areas where we can actually help the economies to recover faster if possible. So we will look at green recovery plan, how we can support this green recovery plan of the government, and also look at ways to address and help the poverty issues altogether.